Check, check. You guys can hear me? I don't know if this is the right one though. Nice. Let me see. Check, check. Nah, it's not the right. Check, check. Okay. We are good. We should be good right now. Sorry about that. Somehow my settings got messed up. All right, anyways, let's not waste any more time. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, everyone. Welcome. KW, what's up? Sean, what's up? TRX, what's up? All right. Let me fix this camera. It shouldn't be acting like this. All right, let's see. Hopefully that fixes the issue. And we should be good. All right, so we're going to get right into this. So I don't know why it was showing a different screen. It's not supposed to be Nello and me. It's just supposed to be, I'm going to change it, but I don't know. It's not supposed to be a conversation. This is about Prime Day. And I was thinking to myself, what better way to do it than a barber version of Prime? So we'll go over a few things that I think are good deals and machines that possibly already have used or are currently using, plus anything that might come across as worth possibly buying. So let's get right into this video. So obviously we have scissors. Most people need a good set of scissors. I can't tell you the quality of these, but for the price, obviously it's something worth considering. I do know that I do use one of these right here, so we'll take a closer look. Now on my station, I love having organization, so I do use one of these, not the exact same one, but one itself. And as you see, with being Prime, we do have a pretty solid deal around 12 bucks with Prime shipping. So if you have that, I would definitely look into it, which I can drop a link in here for anyone who's considering picking one of these up. I'll just drop it right here. And this is what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna drop some links if you're interested in some of these things. We'll get back to the actual page itself. So this, I think, is a pretty solid deal because I'm not a huge fan of these right here unless you do Nello's mod to it, which he does have a mod. These they're pretty solid. If you do the mod where you put the GTX blade on it, I would suggest getting this. But as a combo deal for home use, definitely think this is a pretty solid choice, because for $47 you're getting two machines. I don't care about any of this stuff right here necessarily, because to me it's not about the accessory stuff here. It's about these two clippers, and are they worth it? In my opinion, this is a pretty solid deal for two clippers. Look at it as you're spending $25 a piece, and it's not a bad option. You have a clipper, which I actually have used. I'm not this brand, but this is just rebranded, of the Suker. I forgot the gold Suker I have, Sukers, whatever they're called. But these are pretty good in value, and the same thing with these. They're solid in value, but you know, it's give or take. I have never tried these. I always see these around. I don't know if I would pay $37 for these right here. I'm not sure if I would actually pay that. And guys, whatever I put down, I will try to do my best to leave a link in the video with everything we talked about. If not, I'm gonna leave a master link. We'll have all of these things. Now again, this is gonna last for the next like day or so. I would say for the next day. So if you're coming back to this video and it's the same day that I posted this, then Prime is obviously still going. After this video, you can look in the links and see what's really showing up. But at this time, that's the information I want to give you. So I don't know if I would pay exactly this much money for a single clipper, 40 bucks. I'm not sure. These look like they could be the 1986, just again rebranded. It has a 2500 milliamp hour battery, which if this is a rebranded 1986, then yeah, for $37 I probably would purchase them, because the Kemei 1986 are still one of my favorite, if not my favorite, to recommend to people. Trays, organization trays are really solid. If you haven't tried this right here for longer hair, I would definitely suggest looking into getting. Now it doesn't have to be this brand, but you can see they have them in different colors. They have them white, black. I wouldn't necessarily do the white because just probably like will get like dirty looking after a while, but that's not here or there. And but for under $6, 1 day shipping if you have Prime. Yeah, I'm gonna leave a link to this one right here, because this is definitely a good value. And it's just like you see in the picture how it's used. It's used to part the hair. It does a pretty good job. Obviously they have them in different brands, but this being Prime, and it's giving you the ability to, and different sizes. That's the cool thing, is you get different sizes, which is, I personally have a pack that has different sizes. Not this one in particular, but they're all mainly the same. But they do get the job done, believe it or not. Over hair clips, sometimes it's a quick little way to put on to separate the hair so that you can actually cut them pretty evenly and get the hair out of your way. It's just like parting and everything like that. If you're working in the shop and you don't have a kid's cape, then you're missing out. You really should consider getting a kid's cape. I definitely think that, especially at this price, for under $6, this is not a bad little deal. Now I wish the capes were better looking, but it's not a bad little deal. I'll drop a link to this as well. I'm gonna read your comments in a second, guys. I just don't want to make this video too long. Okay, I'll take a look at that. Let's get back here, and the same thing. Seems like my camera keeps freezing, so apologize for that. But anyways, so right here we have this set right here. One of the guys at the barbershop actually picked this up before I did. Cool thing about this set is it actually has fake premium guards, which is pretty good. It gives you 2 charging ports. For shop use, this is not a bad machine right here. The edger for shop use, I would not use for shop use. For home use, yes, you can get some good use out of it. Are they sharp? Not necessarily. This one, I would just change the blade and you have a pretty solid machine. For both shop and home use. And for the price, I say it's pretty fair. When you $43 probably more than I would pay, even though you're getting 2 clippers. But I'll leave this link down here too as well for you guys, just because somebody might be looking at this clipper and they might have some interest in it. Okay, so I get this question a lot. Are these worth it? And I gotta be honest, I don't think so, especially for $44. I'm not a fan of these. A good travel bag. Now this looks pretty promising. It has almost 5 stars. So this is something that I would definitely link. I've never personally used it, but having 5 stars is pretty damn cool. And I'll put barber bag. I don't know why everything's so sluggish right now, and my camera froze. All right, so check this out. So if you travel, if you're a professional barber, you travel and you're getting used to it, you definitely need something like this. I wouldn't necessarily fill it to the brim because you don't want to be dragging a lot of weight, and trust me, that gets annoying after a while. But a bag that has capabilities of putting these clippers in individual pouches is pretty fire. I actually been in the market looking for this. Now for $55, I can't say it's a bad price because you do get a lot of value if you're someone who does a lot of traveling and cutting hair at people's houses, doing house calls and stuff. Obviously it comes in 2 colors. That's really good. I would actually probably take the gray one. But that being said, it's up to you. Remember, not everything's gonna be budget oriented. Sometimes you get sometimes you have to spend a little money in order to get something that's really high quality, and that's just the truth. Like sometimes you have to just cough up a little bit of money. But this being, PrimeDay, I would say that I would give this one a shot. And the cool thing about using Amazon is that, like, you could try a bag like this out, and if it doesn't work out for you, you know what you can do is return it. I'm just saying. Again, we talked about scissors. These are little accessory stuff that you can get, and I'm not a huge fan of things like this, like whatever, like a pin. I've never used these, so I can't tell you how good they would be. They look very interesting. It's hard to tell if this gives you the capability of. No, I wouldn't even recommend it, especially for the price. I think it's probably overpriced. So I'm not even gonna go there. This is the same as the other one. Okay, just a different brand. This is pretty cool. I would definitely recommend somebody to have one of these, and that's not a bad price. So let's link this for you guys. I know my camera froze and I don't feel like messing with it right now in order to get it to work for you guys, but just be patient. And obviously, because I am doing this live, it's not going to be perfect for you guys, but I appreciate everyone who's here. If you haven't already, hit that like button so it helps other people who haven't come in to see that we're live. Again, I don't know why it's showing as a thumbnail what it is. That was from probably my last stream I did a long time ago with Nello. But yeah, I'm gonna change all that up for you guys. And again, these are pretty good, and this is set at a good price at $19. These I have never tried. They look interesting. Again, this is 1-day shipping. I want to get to something that's really worth. Now this is pretty good. Anyone who ever has issues with gripping their machine, these little things right here work pretty damn good, and it's a 5-pack, which is cool. So let's link these guys for you, and the price is pretty sweet at under $10. You can see usually they go for 10 or more, so you get a couple bucks off, and it's not too bad when it comes to what you're able to do with them, especially if you have multiple clippers. Hit me up with any questions. Let me see. S Barber, man, I appreciate that. You said this dude's the best reviewer on YouTube. Real talk. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate guys like you who see the work I put. I'm sorry I don't upload as much as I need to, but I'm trying to get better at that. Seriously, just I'm a full-time worker. You know, I work at a barbershop full-time. I'm a full-time dad. You know what I'm saying? And I just got other hobbies, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to be uploading more. So I appreciate you guys for sticking with me, and I promise you it's gonna get better. This is a little overpriced, but it's still pretty. Let's see if we can find one that's better. Okay, that might be the best price, 47. Because I actually use one of these at the shop. Let's see if I can find one that's. The one I have is very similar to this. And if you do any kind of enhancement, these are pretty solid. You know what? This is actually a good deal at $47.99. Now, how good is this one? I don't know. It does have pretty good reviews. Almost 5 stars, like 4.5 stars. So I will link it. And if you're in that kind of area in your cutting experience, I don't suggest this for beginners, unless you want to practice on people you know and they don't mind. It's not very hard, but it's something that you need to learn how to mix the color and whatnot. So check this out. It's not a bad price. When you look at all the other ones, there are like this is a whole kit. This is not bad, but like these single cordless ones, $60, $50. So it's not a bad price. So that's why I decided to link it. Again, it's a pretty dope cape for $12, for like $13. It's not bad. A good cape. Let me see what the neck. See, my problem with a lot of these capes is the neck area and how you clip it on. I don't like the clip-ons. I like more of the elastic bands. Foil shavers. Okay, so let's go to some foil shavers. Let's see if anything pops up in the foil shaver realm. Again, a lot of these stuffs, like, seriously consider. There's some really cool deals out there. Don't, like, these scissors look dope, but that doesn't mean they actually are dope. Does not mean they're actually dope. I mean, it could be, let me defreeze myself. Sometimes you just gotta look. There we go. We're back. Hopefully it doesn't freeze on me again. So, foil shavers. You guys know I'm pretty sure I did an unboxing of the foil shaver I've been using. And people do want to know about that machine. And I do have the review coming. But for you guys, I'm going to just say it's a pretty amazing. Let's go my orders. I think I ordered it last year. Let's go here. No, it's not here. It's not here. I'll look for it. It's a dope ass foil shaver. Here we go. These look pretty dope. $31, not bad. I'm gonna get to the foil shavers. Let me just look at this one real quick. So for $31, this looks like it's the 1986, the Kemei 1986 newer version with a little bit of a different kick to it. So let's see. You know what? Let's go to the foil shavers. Let's see if I can find a good foil shaver for you guys. There are some really good ones. The Suker white ones I have are pretty dope, man. Now I don't know if they're in stock right now. And we're gonna find it. This is a pretty good deal right here, though. Before we get to it, this is a pretty good deal. Now, yeah, if you're not a fan of the whole gold aspect of it, they actually have the clear ones like I have. Let's go look at the clear ones. And I did a video about these, which I use them for, see, last purchase. And I did a video about these. And yeah, I still stick to them. They're really good as far as for my travel use. I like them a lot for travel use, not so much as like in the shop. They have a cool little set here, and this is not necessarily a PrimeDay, but they have the color coordinated with the actual magnet. This is a dope. You know what? I'm gonna link these, even though it's not a Prime deal, because I think that it's still really good value. These are more expensive though than the other ones, but because it's a color coordinator for somebody who's kind of starting out, it might help them with recognizing without really having to look to see what they got in their hand. But let's go to shavers. Let's go to shavers. Let me check something out here. I'm not sure why this is not okay. Let's see if it comes up. And I gotta be honest, a lot of these shavers nowadays get really close. I haven't tried this one. I do want to try this one, but I haven't. But I will say that a lot of the shavers I have come across. Now, obviously we're talking about stuff that's not as expensive, but the bronze series is. I have this personal one as a personal one at my house that I use. Can't go wrong with the Wahl. Remington's a good one. I'm trying to look to see if I could find. Let me see. Ralph, what's up, bro? Okay, so this is a solid one right here. I did a review of it. This is a solid one right here. I'm going to link it because I do think it's, look, and it's at a pretty good, it's under 20 bucks right now. This is a pretty solid one. Is it perfect? Nope, but it gets the job done, and it does a pretty solid job at it. And it comes with, and it has the potential of having the replacement foil shave heads. So this is good. It comes with two different ones, and its battery life is pretty solid. Let me see if I can find. Sometimes they link them together. Okay, so this is the one I like. Now, this is not the brand I use. I got the ones that are white, and they're the Sucre ones, but I haven't been able to find them. Now, this is definitely worth the price. This is right now is one of my favorite ones. Not this brand, but this is just rebranded of the other ones that I've been using. And Team Yo, whatever. I'm gonna tell you this is probably the best one you can get right here. So I'm gonna link it. The one I have is different brand, but I've looked the last week or so, and it wasn't really popping up as far as it being available. And this one kept popping up, and it's the same thing. It's just a different brand. So if I were to recommend one, it would be this one. And the Kemei 1986 still my favorite Chinese clipper? Yes and no. They're still the one I would recommend to you guys the most, because the fact that they're very reliable, the battery life is fantastic, and you don't have to change the blade. Those are three big things that I would consider worth your money, and they're pretty affordable still. So I would say that I would definitely keep recommending that one because I still use it to this day. So hopefully that answers your question. LED display on a full shaver. Yeah. So again, this shaver right here, it's not the brand that I was using. I was using a Sucre one. Kemei makes the same one. There's other brands named, but it's all the same shaver. And sometimes they come in camo, sometimes it's all white, sometimes it's this color scheme. But this one right here, boy, does it cut really good for the price. I'm telling you right now, this is a pretty damn good shaver right here. And yes, I have my video coming out, so be on the lookout for that. You guys will see that. And let's see if it pops up here. For some reason, I don't know why, but it hasn't been showing up. I don't even know Team Yo, like I don't even know who that brand is. But again, a lot of these Chinese clippers are just rebranded, so it's the same clipper being used and it's just being rebranded, so you don't have to worry too much. Let's go, and I'm just gonna link a few more things and then we'll go from there. Let me see if I can find another foil shaver for you guys. But those two right there are ones that I use actually every day, and some of the guys in the barbershop use them. I'll come to my station and realize that somebody else is using them because they're actually really damn dope. They work. See, they came up here finally. But look, for 23 bucks, 24 bucks, like this is worth the money right there. I'm not gonna lie, that is one of my favorite foil shavers, and I'm talking about as a daily. So I would definitely consider that one. Let's see. I still use these right here. I still use these. They're in my travel kit. I gotta do that video. I'm sorry about that. I gotta make that video. What's in my travel kit? Anything else? I don't see anything else. A lot of these things, the cool thing is that a lot of these things will work pretty good. Using these is not necessarily what I would recommend for somebody, just because they're not bad. But if you're doing like barbershop stuff, like because of the way it's, see this design right here, it's not really easy to get behind the ears and do a blend with them following it. These are more anything in this kind of category where it's like either a single or a dual squared kind of razor, then I would suggest doing that. See, what like this design over this. Use this over this when you're gonna be blending 0 to whatever fade you do. If you're just gonna do a ball head, yeah, these things will work just fine. But if you're gonna do any kind of blending, use this. That might be why a lot of people have issues taking out their lines. And again, these look very interesting to me. I probably might pick them up and try to do a video for you guys. But again, I still got videos I gotta put out for you guys before I start buying more stuff and telling you I'm gonna do a video on. But I don't see any other ones that I would recommend right now. See, a lot of these, I don't know why. I just don't think they're all that great. I got to go to work pretty soon. But I figured, you know, being Prime Day, a lot of you guys are looking for these kind of deals. And a lot of times we're already getting a good deal for these kind of budget-friendly clippers already. But I still get people saying, dude, is there anything cheaper? Like, bro, how much cheaper can you go besides, like, nothing? So, yeah, it is what it is. I'm not seeing anything. Obviously, there's stuff that's super expensive, but the Series 5, this right here is it's a banger, man. This thing, Series 5, 7, 9, these things are amazing, and they're expensive, you know. Some of us do buy these. Let's just go back to the barber stuff. Barber tools. Let's see. With Prime. Yep. yeah, this is it. This is a lot of good stuff here. I'm gonna leave this actual master link. When I say master link, it's this will take you to this page right here, and you can just surf it and see what you find. I think it's definitely worth checking out. I'm probably gonna end it. If you guys have any questions, leave them now, and I'll try to read it. But if not, I'm just going to head out. Let me know what's up. Oh, God, this. Let me fix this. I'm over here frozen. I'm gonna fix it. Any questions? Is he's a new barber gadgets more of a? All right. Let me get to your questions. Is collecting these new barber gadgets more of a hobby or job motivated? No, I just love barber stuff. You know, obviously being a barber and reviewing machines, I definitely love doing that. So I don't know. I'm a fan of doing that stuff. So it naturally comes like pretty easy to review this stuff because I've been doing it for so long. And the technology has come to a point where caught up with some of these big brands. So you get to actually you guys have way more benefit in today than when I started out cutting, where it was like you had 3 brands mainly, you know, Andy's, Wahl, and like the Osters. Obviously there was other clippers out there, but nobody really, you didn't see them in barbershops really. It was mainly those big brands. And I probably should do a video where I just talk about more in depth, because I did one how I started, but I think I'll refresh and go from there. But you guys, like, that's one of the things that when I started reviewing some of this stuff, I was coming across like, man, this stuff is pretty solid. Is it as good as the big brand stuff as far as durability? No. These things are not necessarily like most of the blades that come in these aren't that great. Some of the tools that come in it is like the accessories aren't they're worth nothing, but overall value, performance, that kind of stuff, yeah, I definitely think that they're worth it. So hopefully you guys are taking advantage of this, because not a lot of people have the ability to, you know, have a trait in their in their back pocket. So my camera froze again. I'll just talk, it doesn't matter. I'll just change it back to the screen anyways. But yeah, so not a lot of people have the ability to have this kind of trait, and if you can learn this, you're always going to have the ability to make money. And if it's not, and it doesn't always have to be about the money. Sometimes it's just pure love for it. Like, I'm honestly blessed to be able to do both. I love what I do, and I get to make money doing what I do. So it's currently, I'm in a situation where I get the both, best of both worlds. And don't lose sight of why you're doing it. You know, it's not about gathering. Also, it's not about gathering as many of these tools as possible. You know, like, find what works for you and then stick with it. That's probably some of the best advice I can give you, because trying out so many, you're never gonna be like, learn the tool before you move to the next one, and then you get to a point where you realize like why this works better for you than other stuff. What type of enhancement would you recommend for beginner? Okay, so I'm gonna make a video about that, but there are pens you can use there are pens you can use. Let me see. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What came up? What is all this? So I'm gonna make a video about this, but these pens will probably be your best enhancement. I'm gonna leave a link actually. How we use it and should you use it. I'm glad you asked that question because it is a video that I will be doing. But look at the price. First of all, for less than $6, these are some of the best stuff you can get easily. Okay, so these pens, if you haven't seen somebody use these pens to do like shape ups and beard filling and stuff like that, then you're missing out. These things right here are seriously really, really useful. Now, I don't recommend them if you're trying to like learn how to edge somebody up before you start using this stuff. I don't want you to get like use these as a crutch to fill in stuff, just to fill in. If done in the right way, it's exactly what we call it, an enhancement. It's not there to cover up. It's not there to fill in to the point where it's fake. No, it's an enhancement. So done right, it can really up your quality of the haircut. So take heed, but understand this is something that not just I would consider for someone who's starting out, but this is something we use every day at the barbershop. Okay. I wouldn't say over 90% of the guys use one of these or two on a average, probably almost every other haircut, depending if who your client is and what they're looking for. Sometimes people don't have a full beard, so sorry about that. So yeah, this is something I highly recommend. I'm gonna do a video about this sooner than you think, because I've been thinking about this. So I'm glad you actually asked that, and hopefully that answers your questions. Barry, what's up, man? Tone, Ralph, all you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna leave this video here, and we'll go from there, guys. Thank you for tuning in. As always, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Share this, follow me on Instagram, get some behind the scenes stuff, ask me questions that you guys need answers to. I'll do my best, and we'll go from there. So guys, thank you for tuning in, and